7285JONES, joined.
Yes? Yeah, I'm fixing something. Yeah. I'll put it in the table, in the round table. What up, G's? It's your boy, Prophet74. Today, oh man, I'm choking up because all the dust particles. I just modified some of the stuff. Oh, it took me all day. We're cutting a bunch of hose on this Tankstick. If you guys are familiar with it, sorry, still choking up with a. Now I picked up some dust particles here, so we'll check it out. If you guys aren't familiar with a Tankstick, it's a really reliable tanks controller. And let me just put all of my tools on the side here because we are going to need them. And I want to make sure they're reachable. And when we're going to modify it right now, I'm going to try to do something unique. It's probably been done. I already drilled a couple holes in here, so I'm going to kind of skip ahead because I didn't want to keep you guys too long here, you know, with all this stuff, of course. Today I'm only gonna have one large camera, which is right here, the one I'm pointing up right now, but that should be enough. All right, so if you're not familiar with this stuff, we're gonna get familiar with it, and we're gonna show you guys exactly what I did, right, and what parts I'm gonna actually add the add-ons that I purchased. All right, so I did modify a couple holes, and I already tied them in there, and I'm not going to take some of them out, but I am going to show you exactly what I'm going to do. So if you guys aren't familiar, this is it's called a big Tankstick, right? It's durable, lifetime warranty on this one. It's super rough with everything. The joysticks is well made. X Arcade makes it. They make cabinets, arcade cabinets. They make all sorts of things, you know, attachments for your Nintendo controllers, attachments for other functions. You might know they have some great stuff in here. And I bought this maybe a couple years ago. It was for 150 bucks. It might be more now these days. You know, I seen it a little pricier. Great thing about this, it has buttons on the side too that you can play any pinball games. You know, you could enjoy your pinball games and stuff like that. On top of it, there's a roller in the center. This is for like Centipede and other games that you can play. But we're not going to use this. I kind of regret getting this, to be honest with you. I probably used it once. And it also acts like a mouse too. So it has that extra function that we're going to actually... Oh, and I got some other cables that we're going to get. Oh, shoot. I almost forgot my main cables. That we can re-plug in. That I totally forgot about them. Yeah, I unplugged some cables too that I forgot about them, but this is the most important one. These actually go through the USB. These are the ones that are going to be on the system. So, and then on top of that, we're going to zip tie everything nice and neat. Yeah, we're going to zip tie everything nice and neat too. I forgot about that too. So we're just going to get a little head start and tell you guys what I did. So this is great durable material. Well, it's you know, it's wood, so it lasts long, but it's up to you. Now, I don't want to. This is pretty heavy. We're talking about, you know, 10 or 15 pounds, you know, heavy. It's pretty heavy, durable. Controls are great. Joysticks, you know, buttons. The only thing I don't like about them that they're black, the buttons. I wish they were numbered. I actually put A, B, X, Y, and then the tool heads. So if you have a control pad, you can actually check them out how to create them. You know, depends on your Nintendo games, on your Xbox games. So I pretty much kind of themed them out of the Xbox controller. You know, and I pre-program it, and I actually have this system in here. This is the Raspberry Pi B Plus. If you guys are not familiar with it, you should be. This is a great system. It's a little computer, all right? Now, it has 120 gigs memory here on the back of it. I already pre-programmed it already. Everything's ready to go. I'm not going to need anything else other than me setting this whole thing up in here and having it ready to go. But prior to that, I want to make sure that I'm going to plug in a fan to it. Make sure it has some little brackets so it won't touch the actual plastic where it's going to be mounted from. It's going to be upside down, so I got to make sure all the plugs and everything's plugged in properly too, because once it's in there, it's pretty much set. So what my plan is to do is have this Tankstick, take it with me anywhere. Pretty much that's what I want to do. Just take it everywhere, you know, and set it up in the shop, you know. Hey, basically just plug in your HDMI and the power and you're set to go. But other than that, it's just one of those things that I really love the system. What's going on?
Oh, you're busy.
I'll mail it today.
No, it's because I need the address of cookies. Well, it's like
Oh, we'll get it from her. I'll check. Ask Athena, she knows it.
she does, but she said you have to look it up on the internet.
I will. Give me 15-20 minutes. We'll set this up. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start with this. So what I was gonna do is take this whole thing apart, but then I was like, you know what, this thing fits. It's so small. It's a palm of your hand. Look at that. Very simple, man. And I'm doing a live stream on this stuff. I mean, so if anybody's looking for it or later down the line, search for this stuff. You might be able to find it. You know, I'm not gonna edit this video. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on there and let it go. But this system, so how it works here, you pretty much put a Retropie games in here. It has 128 gigs of games. We're talking about Nintendo games, all the arcade, the old school arcade, you know, Centipede, Donkey Kong, Double Dragon, Street Fighter. It has all the freaking Nintendo games to us. I'm gonna repeat that again. Sorry. It has PlayStation, Dreamcast games. It has the latest Raspberry Retropie system 4.4. It comes with the connection. This is for powering. The micro SD card goes in here. You need power for that. HDMI connection. This is the audio jack, and this is actually for an extra a connection for a monitor. So you could connect a small little system. It could be a touchscreen. It could be all sorts of things. Now the CPU is it's a newer one. It's I'm not sure about the speed spread. You could overclock it. I think it's I'm not gonna throw this on. I'm just putting in details of what you guys need to do. So on top of that, they give you 4 USBs, so 4 controllers. 4 Xbox controllers work great on this system, just to let you guys know. NIC card, of course, and it has a wireless built in here, so there's wireless Wi-Fi connection. Really good too. The modifications here, you could modify, you could put reset buttons, you could actually put that's where I'm actually gonna connect the fans from. So we're gonna connect the fan and set it up and see if we could cool it down. But setting up the fan is going to be a little difficult because I'm not quite sure where I want to set it up to. But I'm going to see if I could put a fan in there and keep it in there cool. So on top of that, I am going to modify it and put some air ventilation down the line. We are going to put 4 stands here on the side. You guys see the stands? I'm going to put 4 stands in here. I'm going to hot glue them after. Hot glue the tips too. Make sure that the tips are hot glue so it won't be moving from anywhere. It's going to be pretty much upside down base on this system. So on top of that, it's just going to be permanent there. I'm never going to have to take it, upgrade or anything. Anytime I want to upgrade, just take out the chip, open it up from the back, take off the chip, and ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and modify this first. I'm gonna see if I could get this and modify it. So I got these screws here. And therefore, you know, they're just lifts. There's just a couple of lifts. I don't know what they call these screws. I forgot, but I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. They're pretty much, they go underneath the motherboards most of the times. But I'm actually gonna glue these. So I'm gonna put them in here, and they're gonna be like standing up. See, lifting up from the actual ground. You guys see that? Giving some sort of So we're gonna set those up right now. And they're not that hard to set up. They come with little screws, but then at the end of the tips of the screws, I am gonna glue them. So I'm pretty much just gonna screw them in, and not that very difficult. I mean, they sell these anywhere. I bought these at Fry's. You know, it's an electronics store here in California. So I'm gonna lift them up because I don't want it to touch wherever I'm gonna plant this, and I want to make sure it's away from every single cable that's going to be active in there, because I don't want it to electrify it or do any short circuits when you're playing this stuff. You know, I want to enjoy the games. So I'm just going to put the lifts. I don't know what they call these, but I just call them lifts. That's pretty much what I call them. And if you guys notice, it's going to give us some, they're going to be elevating a little bit. You know, this is probably going to be the hardest one to put in there because my big sausage fingers are not going to fit in there. And just to let you know, these are super tiny. I don't even know if I could even do that one. Jesus. I might just hot glue that one and leave it permanent there, but we're gonna try. Well, I don't know if I could do this. Let's see if I could do this. Oh, there it is. I found a trick. So the trick is just to show a little bit and twist it on the other side. And bam! It did it. Yep, that did it. So just do it from one side. So let me hold it some more. And these are not very fragile. I mean, I dropped this so many times. Look at that. I'm just going to put a little dab of hot glue in there just to make sure it's permanent. Let me get the other ones. And I already opened it up too, also, just to let you guys know. I took a head start because I drilled the holes today. I had my brother-in-law here, and he was helping me out drilling the holes. So here, I'm going to put this last one here. This is another hard one right here, but I kind of find a trick. So I'm going to get the screw in here and put it down on the ground. Sorry, guys. I'm going to get off camera real quick so I could twist this sucker. There we go. There we go. So I'm going to put this in the sucker in here. Twist it. Holding the screw in one end, and there's the lifts. So it's gonna be a little bit off on the top, so it won't be touching any of the ground or anything of the circuitry that's in the system too. So I'm gonna hot glue it, so anytime I want to get rid of it or something, I want to take it off, I'll be able just to melt the hot glue part of it, and that's it. I'm ready to go. And they can stay here permanent on these stands. Let me take it off camera here. These are little big sausage fingers I have, that's why. There we go. Once it gets traction, it's easy. So there we go. There's gonna be a lift. There's a little lift there, if you guys see it. I'm gonna put it on the side so you guys can see it a little bit off. See the lift? Now I'm gonna put a dash of glue in there. I have my hot glue here. I'm gonna put a little dash of it. Oops, not there. One drop there. One drop there. One drop there. And right there. There we go. Put this on the ground. Remove some of it because I overdid it on one of them. So remove it before it gets stuck permanent. Just make sure you remove it now, because it's hard to move it after. It is impossible, but you could do it with a heat gun. Ah, shit, I got burned. So I did a dab there, And I think I have to redo another one. And like I said, you can always come back and redo it. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I'm going to pass it again. One more last time. Because I didn't do this dab right. That's one. I think I'm all set already. Just this one a little bit more. Oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, I'm going to let it dry up a little bit. Put these screws away too because I don't want to lose them. Damn, I'm all just sticky glue. There's hot glue everywhere here. That's what happens when you work with hot glue. Get it all over the place. But that's what I achieved what I wanted. I'm going to make sure that it lifts off the... Like I said, I have this Thunderstick, this Tankstick for... Thunderstick, I said. This Tankstick for a couple of years. Maybe 3 or 4 years. It serves me well, but it's time to upgrade it, and I had to make some upgrades. Real good modifications I did. Let me see something else too. I'm going to make sure that we are streaming on all my channels because it's too quiet out there. What's going on, people? Let me see. Too quiet out there. You guys are too quiet, man. Let me make sure that we are in the right place. Yeah, we are in the right place. Okay. All right. So we're good here. I'll make sure that everything's okay working on my end. Just making sure because sometimes I don't even know that these things are not working and until somebody tells me something. So we modified it. I screwed it in, put hot glue on both ends. Now we're going to start taking off parts from another one that I do have here.
AAA BBB joined.
What's up, AAA BBB? So we're going to modify this tank stick right now. I'm just trying to get the parts out correctly and make sure that we have everything that we need. I want to make sure I modify and put all the CPUs and the cooling systems correctly. I am going to take an existing one and take it apart and try to see if I could take out the cooling one. I unfortunately don't have an extra... I have a fan, an extra fan in here that I am going to set it up. So let's get the fan out. I want to make sure this thing runs really good when I actually finish it up. But in order to do that, I want to make sure I have everything. And I did find
Dog woof woof. What are you doing?
Ooh, Stagger Dog. So, getting ready for the LAN party, Stagger. And by putting this CPU, this GPU, CPU, motherboard, it's a Raspberry Pi B Plus in the system, in this Thunderstick. So, we could take this anywhere with you and your games. A really good modification, just so people can know. And let me take this off here. For some reason, I'm not getting this. I gotta modify something. I gotta take something off from one system to another. But
Stagger Dog woof woof. Cool.
Yeah, in reality, I don't need this, but we're gonna still take it off so we can cool the system down. Ah, there we go. There we go. So we're gonna put a radiator on this one right here. So the fan could at least cool the stuff out. So there's a radiator right there. If you guys see the radiator, I just put it in there. I am going to put a fan on it. We're going to modify a fan. And it should be on the... Let me see what number it should be. 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to figure out if it's this way. Yeah, I got it. So it goes on the last 2. So let me take
Stagger
this
Dog
out.
woof woof. Going earlier to your event.
Alright. We're going to try to put the fan right in front of it so we could cool it off. Prior to that, I'm going to make sure... let me take out the fans. I'm going to take out the fan from an existing one I had because it's not going to need it. So we're going to need the fan power here anyways. And I am going to modify it This is my other Raspberry Pi I had. Like I said, I modified this one, making it really good. What are you doing? It's 10 o'clock already. You need to go. Hold on. Oh, I almost lost this thing.
You almost got.
Hold on. This chow here wants to come on TV and everything. Not just kidding. Hey, you know what? I'll give it to you tomorrow morning. I'll leave it right in the envelope. I promise you. I'll find it right now. All right? But you need to hit the bed, girl. It's already 10. Kids don't go to school tomorrow. We believe that. Us adults have to work. And these kids could just stay home and chillax. Chillax all day. So she wants an address. She's a big fan of this YouTuber. It's a kids YouTuber. And she's been adamant about sending her stuff. I'm like, damn, you know, sending somebody else's stuff, it's crazy. So here we are modifying it. If you guys see it, we're gonna test it out just to make sure it works. So let me get a power adapter. I got the power here. We're just gonna modify it, see if it works. I'm gonna plug it in. All right, I'm gonna plug it in just to see if it powers up the fan, and if it does, we in business. So let's plug it in. Okay, fan is coming on. You see it? I'm gonna probably put it overhead like this, and there's a fan. Yeah, I'm just gonna probably put it overhead somewhere. Probably a hot glue, just one dot of hot glue should do it, right in between, just to keep the CPU running. And it is cooling it off right now as it is. I feel it. It's a tiny little bit of power, but look at that. It's working well. So I'm just going to modify here, and then later down the line, I'm going to drill some holes right over it. A couple holes right over it so the air could actually come in. Or maybe even paste it on the top and then plug it in. But then it's going to be difficult. So I don't want to overdo it. So let's unplug it right now. We're going to put a dash of glue right over it. Just right over this CPU right there. Right over the thing so it could cool it off. Just one dash of glue. Tiny little dash. This, just to modify it. Just a little bit. Damn, this glue's not going. Come on. Damn. Let me fix this thing. It's not working. Come on, glue. You're making me look. Oh, there it goes. Oh, damn. Came out a lot. Okay, there we go. So dash from here. Damn it. It's not working again. Alright, let's modify it right here. Don't move. Don't move. See if we could do a little bit. There we go. Okay, there's a dash. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And before it cools off, right over it. There we go. Just a little bit. A little modification. Like that. See that? It's because we're gonna actually cool it off. And it's not gonna move because it's gonna pretty much oh, let me move some of the excess extra glue. I want to make sure that I don't some little webbing. That's what it is. It kind of cools off in contact right away. So let me get it out correctly here. Try to move it out. Hey, Stagger Dog. You want to see something cool? Can I ask you if who knows the answer out there on something I'm going to show you guys? Damn, I can't get this one. Hold on, let me get my extra tools. Here we go. Oh, perfect. Found it. Alright. modify case. That's the good thing about me. I got all my tools right next to me. So it keeps me kind of like entertained on this stuff. So we're gonna take it off here. Here's the one, the extra glue. There's a glue. Some more. Damn, I didn't know I had that much. Okay, there. I could have soldered it and it'll be permanent, but it doesn't have to be permanent. It's just, you know, I might you never know if they might upgrade the next one, the next version of this, so might be able to remove it and change it and do all sorts of things. I'm just making sure I don't have extra glue on the part that I'm actually plugging in, and make sure that I glued all the stuff is properly glued, because I don't want it to get to the fan. The fan's not that expensive. These fans are cheap. They're like $2, $3, you know, not that bad. So look at. So now let's turn it around. Let's go to the piece of resistance. Let's see what we have to do. We have to modify a couple of things here and there. So let's take a look at it. Let's see what we have. What we have to work. I'm gonna put this on the side for now, because that's the one that we're gonna modify. And I'm gonna put my tools on the side, and we're gonna turn this sucker around. Make sure that I have all this stuff plugged in. Plug in this here too. Alright, here we go, guys. I already opened it. I'm going to show you exactly what I did. So first of all, we're going to talk about the side of it, what I did, alright? So if you guys, let me move this. I can't even see something here in my camera here. Here it is. So we are going to modify this one because I kind of overdid the hole on this one. And I am going to twist it on this one. On this side, it's permanent here. We set up this one on the outside. This is, let me see. This is going to be for HDMI right here. HDMI and one USB. And this is the power. And you turn it on here. You turn it off there. I put the plug in there. I drilled this one too big. I should have done the test model first. I'm going to hot glue it here and send it all here and make sure I can hold on to it like that. And have it, it won't pass through, but I want it to be flush. Here's the actual speaker. If you want to add extra speakers to it, let me move this to the side. I'm sorry. There we go. There's a modification that I did. I drilled the holes. See that? This hole was done. This hole was done, and this hole was done. So these were the original holes that it came with. I actually used it to guide me on the original one. I passed the cables through the other side, and now I'm gonna actually permanent glue this in there. I could always change it back to the way it was, but then I would have to do some other modifications. But this one was super thick to even cut, so I am gonna have to hot glue this one because, like I said, I messed up, and I'm gonna have to hold it there for a while. So let's go ahead and do that first. Move it to the side so you guys can, oh, I can't even put it down. I forgot about that. I'll have to modify my table here. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna modify it with something. You know what? I should have thought of that earlier, huh? Damn, I got something. We can modify it. Let me bring two of these glues. Alright, I got this one, and this one. 2 spindles. Yeah, we could do it with the 2 spindles. So I got some spindles for 3D printing. 2 here. And then 2 on this side. We're going to put 2 of them. You get one more? We're going to use this spindle and this spindle. So we're going to modify. I'm going to spin it around. Make sure I can lift. Let's get the crap out of it. Put this one here. That one there. I need one more. Lift it up. There's 1. There's 2. And let's move it more to the back. It's like lifting a car here, pretty much. Alright, that will work. That's perfect. Let me make sure it doesn't fall here, it doesn't fall there. So, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the whole trigger system, how it works, but it's a big mess, spaghetti factory here. Let's see, I can't get no camera closer than that. So like I said, this is my power. This power, I'm gonna leave it, I'm gonna drop it in the bottom. And I put the power here, so it's gonna be plugged in here. So the Raspberry Pi is gonna have to be really close to there. It's gonna have to go there. And I actually put a little thing so it won't push it out. You can't push it. I'm also gonna hot glue it here. So it'll be permanent too. In case somebody wants to pull it out or something happens, I'm gonna keep it there. So it's gonna be plugged in here, like that. It's gonna lift. On the cover, let's see if the cover fits perfect. Okay, I got the cover here. But prior to that, we're gonna have to tie some cables down too. So this one, it has to be tied down, zip tie somewhere, or permanent, put it in the corner, because this one is loose. This one didn't come off from somewhere, did it? No, just checking. These didn't come off from nowhere. Okay, good. Make sure that I do have the same connect. Okay, they're the same. Okay, so this one's, I should have cut the zip tie. See how I could do this more. I could put them somewhere, but they're not gonna move. Once they're in there, they're pretty much set. I'm gonna put it right there. Like, I got all the space here and there in the back. These are gonna be modified. I'm gonna zip tie them too.
Stagger dog woof woof, never seen inside of one.
There's always a first for everything. Now this one, I'm also gonna modify it and plug it in here. I'm gonna stash them in there. They're all gonna be stashed in there. But let's see how much clearance do I need. So if you guys see the fan, how it's gonna be, it's perfect condition for the fan to suck in air. And I'm gonna cut a hole on the fan, so where it's gonna be at, and it's gonna have the clearance right there. So right now it's clearing. It's perfect. The way it goes, it's perfect. Look at that. It is perfect, perfect, perfect. I gotta figure out exactly where the actual fan's at. Yep, it's perfect. So the fan's gonna be somewhere in here. I'm gonna drill a couple of holes, tiny incisions holes, tiny little holes here, wherever it goes. And the way I'm gonna find out, I'm gonna show you a little trick. We're gonna actually get paint, and we're gonna modify this by putting there, and that circle's gonna tell you exactly where it's gonna land, but it's not touching, so it might have a little difficult problem. So yeah, it's actually is touching. Oh, and it fell off too. We gotta probably permanent put it there. So we're gonna have to hot glue this thing again. Didn't work, the hot glue. You know what? We're probably gonna have to crazy glue it. I'm gonna do that. Let's just crazy glue this shit. Yep, I'm gonna crazy glue it. We crazy glue this part. Be much easier. Not have to worry about hot glue or anything else. Just gotta make sure that it sits there for a bit. Make sure that it doesn't hot glue the fan, the actual fans. So I'm gonna have to. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. It permanently gonna stay there. We're gonna have the suction of air right over it, so it's perfect. Look at that. It's crazy glued in there. I gotta test it out. Make sure that the fan didn't glue itself. So let me test that sucker out. You don't want to take you don't want to take a chance and put the sucker in there, then take it back out. So let me plug it in. Okay, it's perfect. And it's cooling off itself, so it's perfect. You see that? It is moving. It's gonna go somewhere in here. I'm gonna hot glue it in there. Actually, it's gonna go here. So it's perfect. It is perfect. You don't know, we don't need this, to be honest with you, but it's an overkill, but it's not an overkill for me. I like to modify things like this. This is perfect for my modification. So it's gonna be flush, and in order to flush it, I gotta make sure it's flush. I'm gonna mark it here in this part. You guys see it? I'll mark this part here, and if it flushes in, it's supposed to be hitting down. But prior to that, I got to make sure that we modify that one. Either if I cut a circle in the actual drill itself, and then maybe cover it up, I could do that too. So it could be from the bottom, or I could even twisted this on the side of it, on the side of this unit here, and having it there, but there's not enough clearance. Or maybe on this side, but not enough clearance, see? And in fact, I got a short cable. I am gonna hot glue it in there, and let me see how much of a clearance I have. Yeah, see, it would have to be this way. I could push it out a little bit like that, just like that, and it looks flush from here. It looks very flush here, but I want to make sure that it's permanent there, you know. And that's gonna have all the games there. That's gonna have all the games in here. Oh yeah, I forgot to pre-wire something too. Shit, I'm forgetting a lot of stuff. So this is USBs. This is a USB here. This is the HDMI.
Vertigo_Mafia. What's up, home dog?
What's up, home dog? What's going on? How you doing, Vertical? So we're doing a modification on the Tankstick right now. We're actually building a Raspberry Pi in it. You might have to go back and watch the video in the beginning, so where I talked about the modification. I drilled the holes in here, and I'm gonna hot glue this part here because I kind of messed up on this part. I didn't do it flush, and I should have. In fact, I could do a ring in there. You know what? I can do that. I can do a ring in there instead of flushing it, so it could be out, sticking out just a little bit. I think I could do that. I'm trying to think out loud here. I'm sorry, guys. This fan, the clearance on the fan is what I'm concerned about, because let me see if I could flush it in there, make sure without jamming it up or anything.
Vertigo_Mafia. What are you doing?
This
I'm doing good.
This is a joystick. This is a Thunderstick. I will turn it around right now, but I'm already process of I don't know if you're familiar with X arcade Thundersticks. Well, this is going to be a system within itself with all the games included in here on the stick, and it's 2-player controllers. Street Fighter, Nintendo games, Sega Genesis, all in that system, in this little chip that I have in here. This little computer, if you guys are not familiar with a Raspberry Pi, this is a Raspberry Pi right here. Let me take it out. This is a Raspberry Pi here. I put a little fan modification right now. I crazy glue
Vertigo_Mafia. That's crazy.
I put crazy glue there. It's permanent there. It's gonna suck in some air. It has a HDMI, USBs, NIC card. I don't need it. It has a built-in wireless in here. I put the fan connected. I did these stands here so it could keep it up a little bit higher, so it won't touch. There's 120 gigs of games. That's all it is. Games. This sucker, you got to see it running. It runs really good. I actually enjoy it the way it was playing last time, and that's why I programmed it. Prior to this, I had to reprogram the whole thing so the Thunderstick could work to this system, because it's not gonna work out of the. If you buy it or you install the stuff, it's not gonna work. You got to program the controller to work with this. So prior to this, I did my work. I programmed every single button to work with the system, and I was happy that I'm gonna install this permanent in here. So this is a controller that you could take with you anywhere, to parties, you know.
Vertigo_Mafia. So basically an arcade at your home.
Yeah.
K-Doc Backadud. What's up, brother? Can I have some positivity?
Hell yeah. Hey, welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show, guys, man. I really appreciate you guys coming down and checking us out, man. And I'm doing modifications all the time. I do all this all the time just so you guys could get some education here. And not only that, if you ever want to buy something like this. So today I'm going to set it up. And tomorrow I'll let you guys see it if you want to know what kind of games you get in here and how it looks like. In fact, I could show you a little piece of it. Let me see if I could get it running here. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. I think I could get this going. If you guys give me a second, I think I could do that. Let me see if I could block this camera out. Yeah, I can do it. Yeah, give me a second. We'll do it. So I'm going to put this camera over here. So you guys can see something right now real quick. I'm gonna show you a little demo of it, right?
Vertigo underscore Mafia. I'm learning.
You guys want to
so
see
much.
Do you guys want to see a demo of the games that it has in here? I have it on my system here. Let me put it up here so you guys can see it, right? Okay, let me set it up here. Give me a second so I can program it so you guys can check it out. Oh, here it is. It's already programmed, so it's perfect. Let me plug it in. Give me a second to plug this sucker in.
K-Dog BATIGE, for sure.
Yeah. Plug it in so you guys can see it. Alright, it's plugging in right now. Give me a second. And let's bring it up. Let me see if I could bring it.
Vertigo underscore Mafia. Yes, please.
Alright, hold on. Here we go. Let me see. Capture. There it goes. I think it's working. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me turn it up. I don't see it. Huh. Let me get rid of it. Elgato. Reinstall it. Hold on. Windows. Yes. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Perfect. Alright, you guys see my screen now. So let me start it up. I'm just going to give you a little demo.
Underscore Mafia. The screen is black.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me move this to the side. Alright.
Vertigo underscore Mafia. Never mind.
Alright. Alright, you see it now? Alright, let me put it there. Let me start it up, alright? So, this is what it's going to look like when you turn it on, alright? When you turn on the controller, right? So, it's going to look something like this. Give it a second. Oh, there it goes. So,
Vertigo
this is
underscore Mafia. Yes.
Let me turn on the audio. Hold on, let me turn off the audio a little bit. It's too loud. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't know it was gonna be that freaking loud. Hold on, give me a second. Let's start it again. So you can see a little taste of what it has. So it has Nintendo. Oh, I'll show you how to do one. Just stick around and you watch everything. So Genesis, Nintendo 64, PC games, Nintendo System Entertainment, the original Amiga system, 32, Atari 5200, Atari 78, Sega, oh, this is Stagger's dog favorite one right here. He knows what I'm talking about. Him and I used to play this shit all the time. And guess what, Stagger? I got this just for you too, man. So you can check it out. ColecoVision, Game Boy. Oh, I skipped Game Boy Color. Hold on. I can't do nothing. It's not. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Oh, it's going crazy. I'm trying to find the one I want to see. I want to show you guys this one. Hold on. This one. Let's go. Oh, hold on. Go back. It's lagging.
That's really cool, bro.
Alright, let's get out of here. Anyways, let's go back into our main site now. So, on top of that,
this is fascinating.
Yeah, so this chip here that you guys see in front of you guys, it's gonna have all the games, those games, that system. So all the Nintendo games, all the arcade games, the Street Fighter games, Nintendo 64, and you're able to play 2 games out of here. But if you want, I modify it so you could actually plug in 2 more controllers on the side of it, and it works well with Xbox controllers, so preset already. So you could program them here, and you could have 4 players. This is for like the Simpsons, the X-Men games, and stuff like that. the big large games that you have 4 players, you'll be able to play it. So that's why I'm modifying this to have one USB here, one USB on this side. Let me see if I can move it a little bit more. Is it this way? Yeah, this way. On this one, it's not flush, but this is what I'm talking about. It has the audio if you want to extra speakers to it. You don't have to, because when you plug this in, it's going to play the audio out of the HDMI connection, all right? Oh, man, thank you, brother. Thank you very much for following us and subscribing. I really appreciate.
Vertigo_Mafia. This is on a whole new level.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. And those are the things, man. If you guys want to see how I'm gonna do it from the ground up, this is I'm just modifying right now. I'm gonna put this together right now as you speak. I drew the holes already. In fact, let me twist it just a little bit so you guys can see what I did. Let me move this out of the way before I mess it up. So prior to that, I did the holes. It was the original holes that I had. I did this one. This is brand new. I did this one here. This one right here. And then I did this one over here on this side. I just flushed them out, but this one didn't come out good. This is my first one I messed up because I had a bigger LUT than it was. But I'm setting it up today so it could have all those games built in this Tankstick. Let me see if I could turn it around without messing it up. You guys see it? I bought this one used. I bought this one already. I bought this one. It was for 140 bucks. I'm not sure how much it costs right now, but I'm making one from scratch. If you guys want to see a video on that, I'm going to continue making this from scratch. This one, I'm modifying this one. That's what I'm doing. I already have this one. This is a really good made, really well made system that I'm modifying it. That's the only reason I'm doing it, because I love this tank. This Tankstick is one of the best ones I ever had. Excuse me. So I'm modifying this one. If you guys are not familiar with the company, it's called X Arcade. They have big arcade systems, but I'm taking it to the next step, man, by adding this Raspberry Pi B Plus actually built in the system. Added the extra little fan in here. Hot glued the little stands here so they won't come out permanent, and elevate it a little bit higher because I don't want to make sure that it doesn't touch this metal piece. And I'm gonna hot glue it in there so it could be there when and then I'm gonna permanently put some holes on top of the thing so it can ventilate in intakes. It could take some air. I'm also gonna do a little filter, maybe put a filter in there so it won't, no dust particles are gonna go in there. Besides this, I was gonna put this on the side, but there's not. These walls are too thick, to be honest with you. And then this one has 4 holes in here that I could have just drilled them in here, but it doesn't make sense because it's not going to cool off the CPU, and the CPU on the system is right underneath of it. The only reason I did that is because it doesn't really need to be modified. This B is really good. You don't need to do anything unless you're going to, add. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, it has Dreamcast games and PlayStation 1 games in here. So if you guys want to know how to do this, remember, my primary channel is a YouTube channel. It's called Late to the Show. I'll put the description in here because I know some guys are just coming in here and some ladies too from another mixer, and you guys are not familiar. I have a lot of shows on how to do modifications on systems. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the description of the show here. Let me copy and paste it there so you guys could come in here. I should have a little link to it, but unfortunately I wasn't ready for it. But for you guys, I'm gonna put the link in here. Make sure you guys hit me up on YouTube and also subscribe and check out the latest how I'm gonna do this, how I started the whole process. So I am gonna put another video on doing it from scratch if you want to build your own. If you want to build your own, you could build your own under really inexpensive. Like this one, I paid 140 bucks for the actual case, the Thunderstick. This was like 30 bucks, 20 bucks, somewhere on there. And then the card, which is 120 gigs micro SD card, it was probably like 30 bucks, 20 bucks too. They're not that expensive if you go to Amazon. Now on top of that, I did modify by buying these cables. They were 10 bucks a piece. Yeah, Yeah, I have them all on my YouTube channel. I just put my channel right now. If you hit me up, and make sure you guys subscribe to the channel too. That's my primary YouTube. I always upload a lot of videos there. I have a lot of stuff coming that I need to talk about, and I'm going to modify. But today we're just modifying this one. What I'm going to do is try to finish this one today. And like I said, I have half of it done already. So let me start by hot gluing this part here. Let me move this little part, because I got to make sure that this part stays flush. I don't want it to sink up too much. So move this to the side. I'm going to move my big head here. Hot glue this crap in here. But this, somehow this damn thing's not working very well. Here goes. Come on, come on, come on. There it goes. I'm gonna let it cool off for a bit, real quick. Because if I try to do it right away, it's going to mess up. Prior to that, I got to plug in something else too. Where's the damn cable? Plug this in. Make sure that's flush. See if I can plug it in now. Try to do this. There we go. So I'm going to try to keep it flush there. Try to flush it. I'll show you guys what I'm doing, right? In a bit. But let me just make sure I have this properly set up first. I'm missing a set of wires. But it'll show up somewhere in here. Oh, found them. So prior to that, I disconnected a cable. That's the main cable. It was the actual main cable that I have. And that's the one that needs to go on that system. So I'm going to put my big old head in here over you guys. Make sure that... Oh, you know what? I should take this one out first. Damn it. Let me take it out. Plug this in first. It's okay if you have excessive glue. It's fine. But this is important to plug this in. These are the main important ones that go in here. You gotta be careful not to bend any of these things because they're hard to fix. And we're our glue. So we're gonna put some more hot glue, excessive glue, because it's okay we have more. But this glue's not working very well. It's not grabbing on. Let me see if I could get some more glue here. Somehow this glue's not working. Let's see if I can flush it out. I gotta flush it out. Found the problem. There we go. All right, here we go. Put this glue in here. There we go. Okay. Put that in there. Ah, shit. Oh shit, it's freaking hot. Okay. Cool. Alright.
Vertigo_Mafia. I'm really enjoying your content.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Damn. It's okay if you mess up a little bit. You always take out the glue by melting it. So,
Tank_Shooter509 is now following.
thank you, brother. So we modify it. We permanently put it in there. This thing's not gonna go anywhere after it cools down, the glue. I did put a lot of excessive glue, but it's okay if you do because it's permanent. Now this cable is the most important cable. Now I flushed it. Everything's gonna be flush on the outside. Nothing's supposed to be coming down. It's okay if we get the glue here. We can always take it off. See, it comes out easily. So don't worry about that part. The important part is to make sure that this is there. I got burned too. Shit. This thing, the glue got me really good at the end. We're gonna cable management too. Make sure that this is not gonna move, and it's not going to interfere with all these clicks, because when you click the buttons, it's okay on this side, but this part is the one that's important. See how it moves? Nothing can interfere with that, so I got to move it around it somehow on this side and flush it in there, maybe this way. Let's do that. Let's zip tie it. And make sure that we have enough slack where it's going to connect to, because we're going to have to send this sucker back in there. And let me make sure. I would permanently hot glue this thing in there, but to be honest with you, I don't know how much slack I'm going to need yet. So I'm just going to leave a couple inches first, and then I should measure it first. But right now, we're not waiting. We just want to get it done and over with. Ah, damn it. That's glue. Ah, there we go. So we're gonna cut this. Damn, I'm burned big time. Whew. Got a little burn. I'm gonna go call my mama. Alright, cut this a little bit excess out. Tuck this in somewhere. It's gonna have to be tucked in somewhere, so I'm gonna have to tuck it in somewhere, but not too far, not too close. Right there's permanent. As long as it doesn't interfere with the joystick, like I said, it's fine. It could go down the line here. Okay, what is this? Oh, these are the other excessive cables. I got an awesome cable management. Let me take these out for now. These are the audio and an extra USB. I also have to zip tie them too, and they need to go on this side too, on that side. You just want to make sure that we tuck everything in there, you know, because like I said, once it goes in there, it's done. But you can always come back and redo it. That's the good beauty about this, you know. It's not a permanent solution to everything. You can always reverse engineer the whole thing too. So don't be afraid of doing anything. I mean, if you cut something cable in here, it's not that hard to rewire. In fact, this company gives you extra cables right here on the side of it. Zip tied too. If you mess up or ever pull one out, they give you additional cables. You can't beat that, you know. That's perfect. So this is gonna go on this side here. No electrical parts are running in here. This is the most important part right here, where I'm actually gonna hot glue the actual system there. And we're gonna put this one in here, going this way too. Okay. Make sure it doesn't interfere with anything. I should just take this one off. I don't really need this one at all. I don't even know why. But the thing is, I do need it. I just noticed that it needs the USB, so we're gonna tuck this one sucker in here on that side. This way. There we go. Now we're gonna also do the other side too, but this side is easier. Let me see how I'm gonna put the system here. It's gonna go there. You know, let's start plugging everything in. That one's there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hot glue it first prior to plugging everything in. So let's do that now. Do this here. There we go. Maybe move it just a little bit down, like that before. That's perfect. This one, I don't want it to get hot glue in the tip here. So prior to that, let it cool off first. That's perfect. It's not gonna go anywhere. Even upside down, it's not gonna move. So I should kill that camera so you guys can see more stuff. Sorry about that, guys. Let me kill this one. Where is it? There we go. Give you guys some more room so you guys can see more of the system that I'm doing. So right now, if I flip this, it's not gonna fall. It's there. Now I got to plug in the audio here. Audio and a USB. USB on the side. USB on the side. Audio in the back here. Make sure that this one tucks in somewhere in there. This one goes in here. The audio's in there. There we go. Permitted in there. That one's in there. Look at that. Looks all nice and tucked in. Oh, I should put it more closer that way, I guess. Shit, I almost dropped this whole damn thing. There we go. That's better. So audio's plugged in. HDMI goes in here. Let's see how much slack I have. What's the other way? Damn, I think I'm gonna have to take it out. Oh man. Come on, come on. There it goes. Ooh, just made it in there. Whew. That's not going anywhere. That's permanent there. Now let's go ahead and zip tie them all. Plug this in here. Zip tie these two. Flush, everything looks good now. We'll cut this out. Put this in there. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, we forgot something important. The power. Now, there we go. Now the power it doesn't move because I put a little system that keeps it there. But I'm gonna give it some slack and maybe crazy glue that later. Maybe let me see, make sure that these are plugged in there, and we are set. So we're gonna place all the screws back, cover it up. But also, prior to that, I do need to drill the holes. I do need to know where this is at so I can actually plan it out right. The way it works, it goes like something like this. That I need to find out exactly where it is so I can drill the hole. So the only way we're gonna find out if we put some paint to it. So let's do that. Let's put some paint and see if we can mark it with the actual paint. So let's go ahead and get a little bit of paint. I do have some paint here. Mark it a little bit just so we can know the edges. Yeah. Without it's water-based paint, so it's not that bad. I'm gonna put that in there so we can know where it is. And we could, this is a little trick I learned a while back. So you can know it's just paint. It won't stop it from, it won't stick too much. Just do the top of it. Put it orange so I could see it. See where it's touching so I could cut the hole. That's what I really want to do. So before it dries up, let's do it. Let's do this. Make sure you.
FC Emperor 832. Howdy.
How you doing, man? So let's see if we can plug it in first. Make sure that all of them are flush on that side. Then we permanently put it down. We know where we have to cut. There we go. Okay, we wait a couple seconds, we lift it up, and there it is right there. You see the marking right there? That's where we have to cut. You can't see the marking, but let me see if I can put it. There you go. See that? Drill a hole right in the middle, flush it out. We're good. We're going to clean that out a little bit. sure it's spinning. All right, good. That's it. So we're gonna go ahead and drill the hole real quick. Drill the hole. We'll put a filter too on the actual hole. If I can find the drill gun. We're gonna put the drill. We're gonna put the hole in here, so it could cover this whole thing. Pop out. And hey, how you doing? Gutsy Emperor 32. Welcome to the show, guys. We're doing a tank stick. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna flip it around right now as soon as I drill that hole in here, because that hole needs to be a little pop out. I need to at least either sand it down or cut the hole so it could suck in air, and because this is gonna be permanent in there, and I gotta either drill a hole and cut it out and shape it out. Let me make sure I could drill a hole real quick. Where is the drill gun? Oh, found it. Alright, let's do the drill hole, and then we got one hole real quick. Like I said, it's not a bad thing to do. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And don't be afraid of cutting holes on this thing. It's wood. You know, you can always replace it. Alright, here goes the hole. Let me make sure that I have the set, the built. There we go. See how good the hole came out. Alright, we're gonna cut a little bit. It's not that much of a wood to cut. I am gonna. You know what? It has to be larger than that. This would be 1, 2. I think 2 cuts. If I push it down, it might break. I'm debating right now about drilling the hole because of the bits I have. I can't flush them out too much, but yeah, we're gonna have to hold on that. I have to get the right bits. The ones I have are too small. I would have to damage the whole thing, cutting it through and out. I do have some, but they're not here, and I don't want to go get them. It's gonna take me 20 minutes to get them. They're somewhere in the. But you know what? I think this is through that we could cut through. I think it's so thin that we could actually cut through the wood. Let's see. It's kind of cardboard. Let's see if I could. See how thick it is. Oh, might as well cut through it. Yep. Yeah, the blade's doing it. Now I'm cutting it to the blade, guys, so I think it's gonna work if I cut it to the blade. Let me see if, yeah, there we are. I'm gonna see if I can cut it to the blade. It looks like it's passing through, and the blade's actually working. So we might just be in business with the blade. The blade is pretty sharp, so it's because the wood, the bottom wood is not that sharp. It's not that thick. Oh yeah, it's gonna work. Yep. I think I got it. Yeah, I can see some of it coming out. So what I'm doing, let me show you guys. Got a little hole right there where I told you that where the system met, which is fine with me, you know. Just make sure that I do have the right blade, and the blade is working. Oh, so do you guys hear the new PlayStation 5 announcement? It was done. There was a couple of teasers that they had on it, and the thing that they came out with they actually copyrighted some stuff. It's gonna be backwards compatible, which is great because, you know, that's an advantage when you can play these old school games. This is what I'm doing. I'm modifying this shit so I can play old school games. So pretty much we're working on this stuff, trying to, and I can move this out so you guys can see what I'm doing, but reality, I'm just cutting, like I said, I'm just cutting the hole here, See, it's almost done. I'm getting through little by little. It's not that thick. You can see it. It's like cardboard. I could cut some more, but then, but this is working. It's like, this is like cardboard. That's why. So I'm trying to modify it without jamming it, without messing it up. So pass this through. Yeah, pretty much almost done. So we're gonna have ventilation in here, and they lift up a little bit so air could come in. So air is gonna be coming in here, so we don't have to worry about that part. Because people are worried about, oh, but it's gonna hit the. It's okay. It's gonna lift. Okay, I'm in the last part of the wood. I can see it almost. But without scratching my wood, I'm trying to do it without scratching my table here. It's kind of hard to do it. Yeah, this is a good modification, but yep, there it goes. Just pass through. Yeah. I can see it now. But I think I'm gonna have to use another tool, something sharper than this. Maybe I could cut it through somehow. But for now, we're just gonna see if we could put it in here together. If I can't put it together, modify it yet, because it's gonna have to. It's hitting right there. I need to cut that hole. It needs to be cut, so I do need to cut it. And oh, it's actually on this side. Just over it, right over it, right there. It's not flush because of that. It's hitting, so I need to modify that. I do need to cut it through. But let's flip it over now. It's okay if the cables come out. Actually, I could, you know what? I could glue some of the cables here permanent. That's what I'm gonna do. Go ahead and permanent glue some stuff. Perfect. All right, let's do this. Permanent glue this on the side of it. Right there. Don't move from there. That's one glue. And then this one I could just glue here. So move. And this one I'm gonna glue it here. And might as well glue it here. There we go. Need some more hot glue. Getting it going. So we could just make sure that all the cables are not moving. This is just a extra plus stuff, you know. You don't have to really do this, but I want to flip it around. That's why I want it to be modifying and dropping it. And this glue sucks. There we go. See, it's moving. Still, damn it. It's not even touching. There we go. There we go. That one should be there. This one's the one that I have to permanently glue this side too. We'll do this part. Go. Hold it for a bit, because this one's a hard one right here. Make it nice and neat, you know? What do you guys think so far? Yeah, I think I'm past my bedtime too. I'm gonna go in a bit as soon as I'm done with this. And tomorrow I could have it turned on if you guys want to check it out. Tomorrow, see how it works, all built into the system. So today we're just gonna keep it going here, clean it out. I'm gonna see if I can flip it around without loosening these things up too much. Let it settle down on the glue. I think tomorrow I have the cut done. I'm gonna drive by the drill bit and do the modifications. For today, take all the extra excessive glue I have here. I wanted to make sure that it doesn't capture on the fan. And let's flip it over so you guys can see how flush it is. So, I'm gonna move these out of the way. Get my pliers out. Lift these up. Take these out. Flip it over. Extra glue. There we go. Look at that. Whew. You can take this anywhere now. Oh, I saw the extra piece I had here. There's an extra piece I left in there earlier. It's permanent. Look at that. On the side, I glued this a little bit crooked, but it's fine. It's not gonna go anywhere. Power button right here. Look at that power button right there. HDMI, an extra USB here for extra controllers. They want to play the 4 controllers. 2-player set, ready to go. They're per program already. This sucker came off, but it's okay. Once it's done, it could flip. Now this part is the part that I'm a little concerned about that, but it's perfect. See that? It's flush right now as it is, but then when I add the actual adapter, that's when it actually, that's the cable. That's fine. So it's ready to go. It's pretty much set to go. Tomorrow we're going to continue if you guys want to check it out, the finished touch. But I really appreciate you guys watching. There's a modification of the X Arcade, built-in arcade in the stick itself. 2 connections going to require HDMI and the USB connection. That's about it. After that, you could take this anywhere. Your HDMI could be running the audio, and it also has an audio adapter if you want extra connections, extra audio, of course. You know, that's up to you. Your call on that one if you want to have the old school feeling. But this sucker, you could take it anywhere. It's ready to go. It's ready for the store, I would say, you know. So today, let me lift it up a little bit, just make sure that I'm not gonna mess up the fan underneath. I'm gonna flush it out tomorrow. I'm gonna keep it like over it right now. And like I said, great modifications I just did right now. Easy, simple solutions on a couple things. Power cord is here. And we're pretty much set to go, man. If you have any questions or anything like that, place your comments, hit the likes, and subscribe. And you guys been watching Late to the Show. I'm your host, Prophet74, and we are out. Good night. GG's.